Alright folks, welcome to another Amulet League. This is the second league of the day, so we're trying a couple of new things. We're playing a third copy of Tulare West over the fourth copy of Castle, and we're playing Aether Gust in place of the second Field of the Dead. Trying to get a feel of how this list plays out. Gonna head to work, good luck. Oh, thank you so much for the sub of constantly, I appreciate it. And have a great rest of the day. Ironic with a name like Cough constantly. We're playing against Laplace Jan, so this is probably like Devoted Druid. Laplace Jan is another streamer actually. He streams. He's from Europe. I don't remember where he's from. I'm gonna ask him. He's from Poland. There you go. So he's Polish. And yeah, he streams. He used to be on the Tron. And now he's back on Devoted Druid. He is kind of like a Devoted Druid master. Like Collected Company decks are definitely what he's about. Unfortunately, these hands cannot beat a 7 from the Devoted Company that the Devoted Devastation deck. Yeah, still nothing. All right, this is something. Down with this, and I guess down with this. This hand does have some potential pretty good draws. So this hand actually does have an out towards turn 3 Titan. We are on the draw, so it's probably even that is probably going to be too slow. Okay, that basically closes this. Yeah, this matchup is not bad. How did the last league go? We went 3-2. We lost against Infect and Hammer Time, which are not good matchups for us. No turn 2 Druid? Huh. Alright. So now that we have Double Amulet, yeah, I guess we want to play the castle. The flash equipment thing, yeah, exactly. That is Hammer Time. Okay, so I will take explosives too. That is not it though. I'm gonna play it out because I don't think that we can, like, I think I need to play towards drawing, right? Towards drawing a bounce land, or I guess at this point any ETB tapped land does it, but I think that we're just dead here. I flash the hammer, I have to spend the night in cell. Brutal. Ultra combo! Yep, that's what's gonna happen to us. Alright, dismembers, Gusto, Beast Withins, Engineered Explosives. That's it. We could bring in Rex Sage because of Spell Guide. I don't think that we want that though. Hammer Time is great. I played against it at PTQ once. We were both way out of contention, but it was fun to watch him kick my ass. Yeah. I mean, it felt close. The matchup that we played, I did feel unfavored. I did feel unfavored for sure. But it did feel close. Like we were, especially both of the times we had like multiple outs during multiple turns. Both of the games that we lost. It's a fun deck. It's definitely a fun deck. So this hand doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna ship it. This hand does do something. It's not very good at doing the thing that it does, but it does do something. I think I'm gonna bottom the Dryad. He moves to 5. I mean, if they have an awkward 5, we might have a shot. This dismember does have devoted Druid's name written all over it, though. I wonder if he brings in Veil. I really doubt that he does. Really doubt he does. Definitely an argument for sequencing differently there and just playing the Vesuva, copying my opponent's Temple Garden, or playing a tap to Lurrus. I don't think that's what I want to do. I'm gonna Lurrus on 2. Another bird. Vizier is fine. Untap land, please. There's the Druid. So I guess we want to dismember that guy end step. Now we untap. All right. So play this, play Dryad, play this copy here, bounce. Ugh. Don't have any untapped G. It's brutal. Finale for 2. Okay. This doesn't give haste, right? Yeah. We can't trigger Valakut either. Ugh, no ETB tap, no ETB on tap lands is pretty brutal here. Please? Untap land, untap land, untap land. Gusto. All right. Well, this is awkward. Fill Antularia, hold Vesuva for 6 land. This doesn't do anything. Vesuva enters. Oh yeah, we could have made Vesuva just enter into play, not copying anything. That's true. That's true. That would have been probably the better line. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad mistake. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I think now that I made that mistake, what I have to do is I have to gust here. We see what they do. They bottom the devoted druid. So since they bottom the druid, I think that we just main phase Beast Within the Vizier now. Because now there's no way that we can get combo killed, and they can also have a threat, right? So I think this is the line. And I guess I do play out this T-West here. Oh, I guess that they did have a draw step that I didn't consider. Okay, so they can have like payoff in hand, they top deck the Vizier, and they also their other top deck is the thing that gives the devoted druid haste, post-mortem lunge. Okay, now they can't have it. There's the Lurrus, and if they tap out for the devoted druid, that should be game. Alright, sweet. Now we just Valak it and we just destroy their entire board. Valak it, Semi-Cross Chamber. Kill here. Kill here. Oops. Bunted there. Stacked my triggers wrong. Definitely a mistake. No, not gonna matter because we have exactly enough lands, so we're fine, but could have mattered if the game had been a little bit closer there. Okay, not punished by my mistake. Definitely got lucky there. Yep. Yeah, for those wondering what the whole Vesuva as the 6th land thing means, when Vesuva comes into play, you can choose to not copy anything. So if you choose to not copy anything, Vesuva just comes into play as a land that just doesn't do anything, but it comes into play untapped. However, the Dryad will give the Vesuva the ability to tap for any color. So you can actually use the Vesuva as an untapped land if you have a Dryad in play. I hope that makes sense. So we turn 1, fetch for Breeding Pool. Play Amulet. Turn 2, play Amulet again. Plus T-West. Yeah, I think this is the kind of hand that we need. And we just need to get a little bit lucky. I think this matchup is super bad for us. So definitely having access to double Amulet and waste the ramp is good for us, and we do have access to a way to a path towards a Titan. Ugh. Were you proud of me for seeing this 90 land be honest? Yeah, you made me proud, Stabs. Good job. So if they combo, we lose. Not much to do about that. If I go Bodas Garrison, I can actually transmute this turn. So that seems good for us. So I think we're gonna go with that. So we play our Borders Garrison first and we bounce itself. Well, I guess I'm transmitting for a semi-growth chamber, right? So I guess that I can just bounce the breeding pool. I think I'm just waiting for a semi-growth chamber here. Again, removal doesn't matter. So transmit for semi-growth chamber. Next turn we can Titan. And we do have access to a third copy of Druid. If they have the combo, they have the combo. Like we can't beat the combo, so. Because they have Giver of Runes. We could have Beast within the Druid, but they had the turn 1 Giver, so. That is what it is. So they're probably gonna finale here, yeah. So they have infinite mana. Oh wow. Pog. Okay. We get to play on then. So this is 3 mana. So we're going to transmute for Pact. What are we doing? Can we attack and can we EE for 2? I don't think we can do both. So you have to do one or the other. So we're gonna do this. Need to make sure that we have green mana. So I guess we're gonna leave white floating. Then we're gonna get Valakut plus Stronghold. Prime time. Leave white mana floating. Yes. Valakut. Stronghold. Well, actually, can we haste? Or do we have to T-Wist plus Simic? T-Wist plus Simic. Yeah, I think we have to E for 2. So you can Valakut plus Stronghold. We attack. We're gonna have Valakut and Stronghold open. Yeah, we just don't have enough. So we're gonna have to do this again. 3 to transmute, and then we have exactly 2 EE and crack. Not being able to attack definitely sucks there. The good thing is even Lurrus doesn't do much. I guess they could post Motorn Launch plus Vizier. I said, show me the win code and I can see it. And he says, I don't have one. And then he says, if you have a kill, just tell me, I'll scoop. And I don't have the kill either. Nobody can kill anything. I love Amulet. You just spent 23 mana in 3 turns. Yeah, this is great. GG's, Laplacian. GG's. All right, definitely feels good to beat what is actually a pretty bad matchup for us. We really dodged a bullet there. They needed to. They had the turn 3 combo, which we could do nothing about because they had the Giver, and they still found. We were able to like punish them, and that's what I was saying with the keep that I had. Like our keep was like a little bit sketchy, but we did have double amulet, and if we hadn't had double amulet, like we just give our opponent so much time to find a win con there. No kills all around is like playing Legacy, yeah. That was funny. That was pretty funny. I'm actually kind of happy that the Druid deck is doing well now. Honestly, it's kind of surprising even because I would imagine that the red black powers matchup is pretty bad. But yep, somehow that worked out. Sweet. Hatelex, is that you, Laplacian? Or you just have a different username for Twitch, by the way? Noel 10. Sure. Keep this. So we're playing against the control deck of sorts. So covered on Giant on turn 1. Pass the turn. Next turn we can explore. Turn 3 potentially Asusa or Uro. We're gonna see how it goes. Oh wow. I guess it is a different. Whoops. Almost punted that away. Fortunately we played F2. Just pressed F2. So green here. Explore. All right. Are we about to get Spellquelled, chat? We might be about to get Spellquelled over here. So if we're gonna get Spellquelled, I like how skill was rotating. Okay, sounds good, Hatelex. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. YOLO, I guess. We're gonna get Spellqueller, chat. Oh wow. I guess we're not. Sweet. F2 in his MTG dexterity at its peak. Facts. Just facts. Of course, fetching up the strictly better forest, right? Oh, it's Niv. All right. It is Niv. Can't haste here, but at least we can... Alright, sweet, we're getting free info. Love it. I don't think we want to, I think we'd rather just do this. Can copy Vestige and play Azusa, you mean? But I don't want to, though. Sahili Rai. Alright. Alright. How do I not get comboed out here? Transmute for Pact of Negation? That's the line, right? Start there. Bird's gonna go under the bus probably. Yeah. Well, if we had, I guess that I should have done this before combat, didn't I? Brutal. Just brutal. So, 1, 2, 3. Play Azusa. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sounds like a good line. Being very careful to leave blue mana up. Land, land, make blue, transmute for Pact of Negation, play land, and I guess we bounce the same then. So this means I can't haste Uro next turn, which is a little bit awkward. If I Pact of Negation, obviously. Transmute for EE to kill Sakili. I think that this sets me up better because it allows me to make a bunch of zombies. Also, I don't think I would have been able to. I didn't have enough mana, right? I have all of this mana because I was able to play the Azusa. Yeah, I'm completely tapped out. I am completely tapped out, and we... Like, the Azusa was mana neutral, basically, because we played 3 untapped lands, and... So, yeah, we would have not been able to blow up explosives this turn. We would have not been able to blow up explosives this turn. So this was definitely the correct line to prevent death. A horrible, horrible death. Hi, wife. Oh, E for 1 instead of 3. I think this leaves me in such a more commanding... This leaves me in a much more commanding position, right? Look at this board right here. We're getting back Uro next turn if our opponent doesn't do anything. If they do anything, we just pact the cat, and then we answer the Sahili because we have like a bazillion zombies. So I think this is better. I think my line was better. Alright, Gust. Probably Dismembers, even though I'm not in love. They might have Blood Moon. They might have Blood Moon. And they might or might not be playing Niv. I honestly feel like I don't have enough information to properly sideboard against what my opponent's doing, so I think I'm just going to sideboard halfway. Which is definitely kind of awkward. Like, if we're playing against the Sahili deck, we probably don't want Uros, but if they have access to one more Eagle, I kind of want to side out a Titan, especially if they have access to Bring to Light. So I don't think we're going to need Amulet too much, because they can have access to Call Against Command. Like, it's super awkward. Like, it's just all around. I just don't have enough information about what my opponent's doing. Do you see that Pact of Negation is $30 in paper? That's ridiculous. Was the way in awkward for your parents when they found out the friend had to be able to robot? Damn, too real. Yeah, I guess we keep this. We cannot die. I guess they could have something like a Teferi or something. Too much he created thinking he built a robot. Jeez, I just can't catch a break, huh? Utopia Sprawl. I'm getting the feeling that Blood Moon is definitely on the menu. Pact of Nation lottery card is up to $90. Glad I got mine for 17. Wow. Ridiculous. No second land. Okay. Don't moon me, don't moon me, don't moon me, don't moon me. Magus. Magus of the Moon. Magus of the Moon is fine. We can dismember that guy. Magus of the Moon is fine. Just Magus me, okay? Don't actual Blood Moon me. What is this? Oh. Well, that one is pretty annoying too. So we can't even hold up negate now. Yikes. The Blood Moon me bro is the cry of every amulet player. I feel that. Yeah, it really is. It is the lifestyle we chose after all. Okay, so you have the Teferi. Well, I guess we are F6 because crumble to dust. Okay, doesn't really matter. Definitely surprised to see that card coming in. Yeah, that's just not a good card. I don't think my opponent should have that card in their deck. I mean, I'll take it. My opponent just like took a picture. I think my opponent is Argentinian, so I just said just take a screenshot. It's gonna be easier. They'll love him. So we have 3 mana, up to 5 here. Who is my better cook, my wife or my mom? You just don't answer your questions. That is the kind of question that you just don't answer, you know? So I think I'm just gonna play the Dryad. How am I gonna sequence my lands? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go Dryad into Forest and Cavern. I have a wife? Yeah, I have a wife. Right now we can at least somewhat pressure the Tef. We're still in tough shape, for sure. We're still in pretty rough shape. Let's see what's up here. Ugh. Failing to draw cards definitely doesn't help our chances here. Holding on to this land because it's going to be untapped next turn anyway, even if the Dryad dies. And they didn't use their mana at all? Anyone want to buy some packs of negation? What is this? If this is Niv, we're fine. If this is Bring to Light, maybe we are not so fine. I think this is, yeah. Because now they can name on Mordigo. Or that. That is also pretty good. All right. Ouch. Yeah, it's not game over by any means. Salavar7, thank you for the follow. It's not GG's. We still have draws. We don't have as many draws. Now our negate is live. So is our dismember. They also blew up their own land, I just noticed. That's funny. So I guess that they're playing 5-color Niv with this Ahili Rai combo in there? Okay, this is like the most awkward part about this whole thing. 1, 2, 3... Okay. I mean, they know about the dismember, right? So they can't really block, which is pretty funny. There's Udo. Interesting that they tapped that way, because now they can't cast some of their cards. Giving me a very, very juicy negate target there. They could have medley mage naming negate, would have put me in a pretty awkward spot. Boiled to dust. Oh, blue Tron players never have it easy. Blue Tron players never have it easy just by definition. Is this good old Yorion? This Kynamed? Okay. I don't think I could have played around that boil. Trying to think back a little bit, and I don't think I could have played around that boil, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're just too far behind now. Ready to back it in. Let's do this. Body's ready to the gas that boils so hard. I mean, we can negate it too. Yeah, it was the fact that our opponent had the Teferi in play, right? The Teferi was the one that allowed him to do all the nonsense. Oops. Sorry about that. Been facing some pretty tough matchups today, to be honest. Played Infect, Hammer Time. We played against Druid, which we somehow beat. Playing against 5-color Niv. Lots of tough matchups today. This hand doesn't really do anything, so... This hand kinda doesn't do anything either. It's a little bit better though. So I guess that we can expect it to Fairy on 2. Which is honestly gonna suck for us. Or not. Okay. Got disputed there. Oh. It's really ugly. Yikes. Can we do prime time, please? Prime time off the top. One time. One time. And more ego. Just getting bullied this match. Just getting completely destroyed. Prime time off the top and we win. Or nothing. Oh, we were so close, chat. We were so close. If this is end of method, I think that we just pack it in. Because we're just too far behind. I don't think we can compete with this. Even if we do draw the prime time. And I play the Vestige last turn so we can transmute. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Not so that that's a mistake, by the way. To play the Carmelian Vestige there. Have like infinite lands. Yeah, there's the Niv. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to beat. It's gonna be very tough to beat. Prime time right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna concede. Honestly, I don't think this member should be in the deck right now. What do I do about the combo and about Meddling Mage though? Like they showed me Meddling Mage in the previous game. I cannot beat this card if I don't have this member in my deck. So I think that you are minimizing the effect of this card a little bit too much. Ugh, give me a break. Can I afford to keep this in hand to transmute next turn? That's one more turn now, because I'm going to be casting Uro next turn. They're also holding up Steam Vents, so they probably have Dispute. This matchup can be pretty miserable. So the correct line right now is Ult Ren, Kaya's Guile, exile my graveyard. Cast Uro, but it's gonna get Teferied. Yeah, but what are my options? That is my point, I just don't have options. So I guess I need to get lucky, right? So we need to find a bounce land or an untapped land off of this, and then we can expose this for 2. All right. But wait, there's more. Right. At least we don't have to face the Rune ultimate. What is this? Trophy. Okay. I don't want to get too excited, but we've diluted our proactive plan a bit too much. But it's not, I mean, if you see this game, it's not like we were too slow, right? We were not too slowed out of the gates. We were just missing a card that would get us there, right? So if you keep that in mind, then just like the Gracers that we have sitting in our sideboard wouldn't have done much this game. Nor would have the Amulet, right? So if you keep those things in mind, then you probably have to agree with me that it wasn't because we sideboarded. It was not the Dismember that we have in our deck that would have made the difference on why we lost. Because that Dismember would have been a Gracer, and we would be in the exact same situation. Maybe they're just not playing Ego, which maybe it's possible. Pog, all right. Now we just don't have enough time, right? All right, GG's. GG's. It happens sometimes. Yeah, we beat Druid. They had the turn 3 combo, but they didn't have a payoff. So they just passed the turn and then we were able to punish them. Thoughts on Yorion in Titan? It's not worth it. You're missing way more by drawing your Titan and your Amulet less reliably than you are by gaining the 4-5. I actually did try that. You can go back to, when was it? Maybe like a month ago now. How long have the companions been legal? Because it has felt like it has been an eternity, but it was probably like a month, maybe less than that. But yeah, we did try it. I didn't like it at all. It was fun though. It was fun, but it was not worth it. People don't want to play me, chat. Somebody kind of cue me with Neobran. I don't rant in league matches. I just concede. So this is turn 1, turn 2 tapped. We're on the play though. I guess I'm gonna keep. We have 2 turns to draw an Amulet or any of our untapped lands. I think it's fine. You see, it's so random that this two actually enters the battlefield and tapped. Such a weird thing. Stabs, thank you so much for the cheer there. Maybe this will make you feel like a rant. That's a lot of salt, I have to be honest with you. That's a lot of salt. Alright, can we find an untapped land for the Azusa? No, we cannot. So they're probably going to suit up the Spirit Dancer, I would imagine. And then next turn we can Udo into make a lot of mana. Udo into make a lot of land drops, I mean. Spirit Mantle. Uh-oh. So I guess we can Azusa now, but it's not really worth it. So here's hoping I survive. Ugh, we're a little bit too slow here. Seems to be the theory going around. You will open 7 instead of 8. Alright, that's lethal. Alright. Not too worried though. As much as pretty good for us. We just definitely hit our fail rate there. So we want Dismembers, we want Rex Sage, we want Force, we want Explosives. And I guess we want Data Gusts since we have access to it. Explorers can go. Udo, so I guess Udo is worse than Explorer. Foil Bogles upon is passionate, maybe they are. I wonder if they're going to reveal Lurrus now. Because that's the strategy that I have seen. People are playing main deck ley lines and then sideboarding into Lurrus and vice versa. Yeah, there we go. Makes sense. Alright, so we're on the play. We're on the play. We have Azusa on 3 into Titan on 4 with a Valakut. When I confirm Black Sack, they always have a Boggle on 1. Playing around Damping Sphere here. Spirit Mantle, it's fine. Try it. Redundant Azusa, not great, if I'm gonna be honest. That's fine. It's nice that we have 2 Titans already, so Path doesn't really do much. All that glitters. Okay. So I guess we're gonna win. Pog. Yeah, we're gonna win. So this plus Simic? Sure. Oh, why didn't I attack? Whoops. I guess that this is better, actually. Place around Path to Exile. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be a massacre. Oh, play another Daybreak Coronet, opponent. Play another Daybreak Coronet. Alright. Whoopsies.
This is Sparta!
Got him. Oh, that's a great emote. The 3-4-2 is pretty gassy, yeah. Take for EE and force, but you don't see a ton of forces right now. Hogak is no longer a thing. Remember Hogak, chat? Remember how Hogak was actually like a card that people were allowed to play? Silly, silly. Remember Hogak? I had it built the day it was legal, brought it to a PTQ, nobody knew how I was killing them on turn 2. That's funny. I miss Hogak? Damn. Yeah, you're a special kind of person. How people can play Bogles in 2020. I mean, it is good against the top decks in the format, so I guess it makes sense. It seems like extremely unfun to me, so I just don't relate to those people. But, I mean, I guess people do. So people can do whatever they want, right? Rancor. Sure. Should I take my block here? I think I'm gonna take my block here. Just gain 3. Gracer did its job already. Seal of Primordium. It's pretty annoying. Makes me want to have played my Simic Chamber last turn. Alright, so... I guess I spend this turn to transmute. Worst case scenario, we can force if things get out of hand. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna win this game. Very likely to win this game now. So I guess they could have like double something. Like we have basically not been drawing cards, which is pretty brutal for us. And they have the pro creatures thing, so I guess that we're gonna have to Tulare West and I guess Radiant Fountain and Field. We definitely get Radiant Fountain. And I guess it's gonna be Tulare West. So we pay for Pact. We have 2 more lands. We can still force, I guess. Alright. So we need to survive this turn. So they would need something like double the 3-year armor. Yo, Caleb, how's it going? Welcome everybody from Caleb's stream. We're playing some Modern here. My name is Francisco, and Modern is very often what we do. Today is Titan Tuesday, so we're playing some with my buddy over here, Primeval Titan. Great fella, great fella. All right, but yeah, hope you had a good stream, Caleb. How did things go for you? Okay. So what are we doing here? We can actually make a bunch of zombies, and we can dismember this Lurrus, and we can also blow up the thing so we can block this Bogle. That seems great for us. Yeah, so we're going to attack. We're gonna get Field of the Dead, and I guess I'm gonna copy Radiant Fountain to gain a little bit more extra life. Every Bogles player I have ever faced was salty, not even about anything, just salty about life. That hasn't been my experience. I have met some nice Bogles players. Today we happen to be playing Titan, and like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I mean Mondays we do play Titan, but yesterday we played Legacy. Day before we play the Lurrus deck that I've been cooking up, which has been fun. Yeah, I think we just have this one rolled up and ready to go. Nicest person we know is a Bogles and a mill player. Yeah, that definitely requires a special kind of person. So what are we gonna blow up here? This doesn't give first strike, right? No, it doesn't. So they attack. I blow this and this up. So that's a Rancor. Okay, so go squatter my own forest. Go get another forest. That is the moment right there, you know? When your opponent goes squatters themselves, that's when you know. So force is gonna blow up this one and this one. So now we're going to block with all the bros. And after damage has been dealt, now we dismember the Lurrus. And that, folks, is what we call a blowout. What does Bogles mean the quarantine field sound? I mean, just Bogles sounds bad to me by definition, so. Suppression field. Oh, suppression field, yeah. That card is actually pretty legit. I faced it yesterday in Legacy and it was super annoying. It really hosts fetch lands and planeswalkers. It's pretty fun. discard, by the way. For people, I don't own suppression fields. Wow, I don't own suppression fields. Interesting. Well, never mind. Egg Benny, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Eggy Benny streamed. Playing some modern Amulet here. Having some fun, trying to test some new cards. Reflex 2, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. We're playing against Jegantha. So that's either great news for us because we're playing against Tron, or it's terrible news for us because we're playing against humans or Niv miss it. I like this hand though. I'm gonna bottom the Gracer. Whoa, thank you for the follow. Baby Titan time? Hell yeah, Giovanni, you know it. You know it. Alright, so we're gonna name Giant. This is gonna be our blue source to cast our Uro. Storm, Tron, or humans? I have not seen Storm with Jegantha. I know that it's free for them to play, but I have really not seen people doing it. So that's definitely like the lowest in my list. Okay, so we're gonna Uro here. I think we're just gonna bounce the Cavern of Souls. This is where we can develop our mana. Radiant Fountain is not what we wanted to see. But I'm gonna hold on to this Vesuva. And I'm not gonna play this Gracer right now because this actually represents Titan mana next turn. So if we top like a Primeval Titan, we can actually cast it, which should probably be enough to win this game. Okay, so I guess end step I might as well fetch. Do a little bit of irrelevant thinning. Titan? Nope, it's not a Titan. Okay, so if our opponent does have a Karn, what are they gonna do? They're probably gonna minus on the Amulet. If they minus on the Amulet, crap. So I just have no way out. So if they minus on the Amulet, then I should probably play the Vesua, copy my own Growturf, obviously, but if that's the case, and I just play out my hand, my opponent's just gonna minus on the Growturf, and I cannot play Titan next turn. So I think we just have to pass the turn, and we have to leave like max amount of mana possible for next turn. And we just hope that our opponent like plays a Wormcoil or something irrelevant here. That is not something irrelevant. Remember how Relaxed said Thoughtseize would be forced mulligan to your opponent? Gracer is like that only you forcibly mulligan yourself. Yeah, alright, so we can block it in. Rough. Alright, so we want these cards, we want Beast Withins in Rex Sage, and that's it. This can go, Bulk can go, Explorers can go, Uros can go. Yep, let's go. For Tron, I mean Tron is fine. Waiting for Tron to bring in this Sphere for the Amulet matchup, yep. The classic tech. I mean, I would not see it coming, so. Double Beast Within on the play. Well, this is very interesting. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to lead on Tolare West on one because we might draw a gate. And if we don't draw a gate, even if we draw a Gracer, we can still play Cavern on Beast and just play the Gracer and just, you know, bounce the Cavern again. So, Yeah, so we're looking for Castle. That would be probably our best draw. You're right, I've never played Modern in my life. Yeah, I mean, that explains why that's what you think. Which is fine. I mean, people can definitely not enjoy Modern. If you don't enjoy Modern, just don't enjoy Modern. That's perfectly fine. Alright, now is the moment of truth. Let's see what they do here. Okay, so they do have Sylvan Scrying. Okay. I think I'm gonna Beast within the Ursus Tower and upkeep. Nope, their upkeep, not my upkeep. You're interacting with their lands? I mean, that's true. I am interacting with their lands. Suppose you consider 5 Agent Treachery to be interactive. Oh, you play Modern constantly? Okay. Alright, so now the question is, I think we actually want to take this turn off now. Like, if they have it, they have it, right? But we cannot just keep playing scared. We cannot continue playing scared here. So if they have Tron, the good thing is, like, even if they have Tron and they have Karn, at least we have some agency over what we can do here, and they don't have it. All right, so we're probably gonna win this game now. So we're gonna get to Titan here. We're gonna get Bounce Land plus Valakut. Gonna Ghost Squatter plus Bounce Land. Sorry, because we're not gonna be able to set up lethal, unfortunately. So I guess they could have an answer to the Dryad. That would be annoying. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? So now things become even better because we are going to be able to get Vesuva plus Bounce Land. So now we're going to be able to double Ghost. But the opponent is just never gonna put together Tron. Vesuva, copy Ghost Squatter, bounce, Ghost Squatter, replay Ghost Squatter, draw step, blow up their versus power plant. How come you go for the tower? I always thought you hit the other land, so they use tower to find third piece. They have three. Yeah, so the thing is that nothing bothers me, right? So I'd rather they have less mana overall. Because if I blow up the tower, then eventually they might just get access to less mana. So, because that is for decks that actually care about the stuff that Tron might do at that point, right? But we don't, really. We just don't care. Like, if our opponent doesn't have exactly Tron for 7 mana for Karn, we don't care about what they do. Even here, they have this Karn, and we just don't care. We only care about Karn of the liberated variety, basically. But now we're just going to win. We're just gonna get Valakut. It's cute that they think that they have time. That's cute. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at you. Copy Valakut. Trigger you, trigger you. So our opponent is a non-conceder. I'm gonna kill their card just because. Hell yeah, get wrecked. It's usually O-Stone, which they can play off a tower, but they seem to be less played now. You know, I don't care about O-Stone either, because they just don't have enough mana to activate, right? They can put the O-Stone into play, but there's nothing they can do with it. Tron is X with Planeswalkers is just missing KCI. Jeez, the hot takes over here. What does this have to do with describing the matchup as two ships passing? I don't understand. Is Samuel not a proactive deck? It is a proactive deck, but it can adapt. I mean, you just saw it right there, right? It clearly was not two ships passing in the night. If I had played the Dryad on 3, I might have lost that game. And because I actually thought about the lines and what my opponent could do and how I lose that game, I was able to realize that the correct line was to beast within their land instead, and I was able to win because of that. So if you, with your idea of two ships passing in the night, I might have lost that game. So it clearly is not that clear cut, right? It's just a fact at that point, you know? It's clearly not clear, exactly. It's probably most accurate to describe an amulet as a mid-range big mana hybrid. We're pretty interactive. Yeah, we can be if we want to. I think I'm gonna keep this. It's not great, but I think it's keepable. Beast Within has been really, really good in this matchup, which is probably pretty easy to figure out. No real reason to play this over this. I just chose that one. I don't know. You're going to interact most, but so that's pretty much always the case. I agree. It's the same in game one, right? It's the same in game one, Danny Bambino. So you're just like, I feel like you're just minimizing it a little bit too much. Like it's not as straightforward, and that's like what most people who don't like the format usually say. As like the argument against modern is like, yeah, it's two ships passing in the night or whatever. It's just like, I mean, sure, if you wanna say that that's the case, that's perfectly fine. I just don't agree with you. I almost top 2 modern GPs in the past year, so that matter. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's fine. I understand too if you were just making a joke. That's fine. Not to say I couldn't play better. Yeah, always. There's always improvement to be made. Okay, so they have a second tower. Can we find like a Dryad or an Azusa? Those are the cards that I'm looking for right now. Not that guy just yet, unfortunately. I think we're gonna play the Lurrus here because it opens negate as a good draw. Oh wow, they showed me the mismatch in Tron land. This is why you play matching lands, folks. If you're gonna be doing this and you're gonna be showing me information, you're just giving me an advantage for no reason. I urge you to be a little bit more careful there. I'm gonna gain 3 here. It's fine. It's kind of whatever. Doesn't matter too much. So what does that do? It doesn't really help me much. So I guess I'd rather be able to trigger field, so I'm gonna be doing this. I might want to trigger field next turn. Because it seems like my opponent is eventually going to put together Tron. Maybe this turn, maybe next turn, but... Please don't have it. Yes! Alright, sweet. Karn the Great Creator. If you want to get matching lands of it, don't forget to use our TG player link. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Liquid metal coating. Nice. Green. Primeval Titan. Yes. So we're definitely getting field here, and I guess we're getting Ghost Quarter? Because we can transmute next turn, I think, to the Arboreal Grazer. I guess that... but that being said, no, I kind of want to make sure that I can kill this Karn. So if they minus, go get Ensnare Bridge, we can still attack the Karn, so that's fine. That also means that they are not destroying my lands, which is also good for us. I think I'm gonna get a blue source though. And I'm gonna bounce the Tolaria West. Feel the Dead says me I miss matching lands. Yeah, fair enough. You got me there. Well, I guess that Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything, right? Like, our opponent has 2 of each. They still have a tower in hand, I think. I'm pretty sure they have this tower in hand still. Like, 95% sure. Tron lands are supposedly in the Double Ultimate Masters 22 Taco Trucks, so don't buy them right now. Good to know. Okay, so they can still minus. They can bridge plus liquid metal coating, which is probably the correct line. The thing is, if they do that, I'm gonna be able to answer the Karn, and then I'm gonna get to transmute anyway, so liquid metal coating doesn't do anything. And I guess I can transmute for a Rex Sage, which I smartly brought in. And this is like the only reason why I brought in Rex Sage, by the way. It's because of this. This exact scenario is why I brought in the Rex Sage. Uh-huh. So if my opponent is smart and they on upkeep, they blank my semi-growth chamber. They don't? Wow. So play Silencious Sanctuary, get a Sombo. Bounce Vestige, play Grazer, play Vestige, get another zombie, float blue, 3 to transmute, Summoner's Pact, Pact for Rex Sage. 1, 2, 3, play Rex Sage, blow up bridge, yes, move to combat. This is going to attack them. Both of these are going to go at Karn. Good, good, good. So we have a green pack to pay for, even if they Mog me. So they're gonna have a bunch of mana this turn. So Ulamog is gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ulamog plus Ghost Quarter doesn't do it. Ulamog plus they cannot Karn me as well. So I guess that we're just gonna go around them thanks to Vesuva plus Tolaria West. We could also go for Garrison. This guarantees that we can haste. Sure. We still have enough green sources. Alright. Yeah, because at this point, Ghost Quarter just doesn't matter, right? O-Stone is the only thing that matters, and if they O-Stone, I guess that they could also Ugin me. But that still doesn't really matter too much, because we just play Titan and we just get him. Okay, so this is probably a Ugin. Is Kick W? Kick W is enabled. It is enabled? It should be enabled. Maybe it's time to kill it with Blood Moon Dot deck. I don't think the Awash deck is really good. The Awash deck is probably the Blood Moon deck. Opponent goes Relic, exile my bridge, cast new card, tutor bridge. Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. We probably are going to struggle to beat that. What is this? 6 mana. I mean, that's the way we lose. That is the way we lose. That is exactly the only way that we lose. I didn't know that. I guess that I have seen people play Embercoal, the Pro Ascent. I don't think there was anything we could have done against that, though. These were some close matches, folks. We've been playing some close Magic over here. That's really funny. Alright, we're gonna keep this. It's not like insane or anything, but this hand with Stacy would be a lot better. It would be a turn 3 Titan. Did we get got by Amy? Yeah. And we only got because we had to pack for the Rex Age, which is brutal. Gonna name Giant here. So next turn we should have access to 5 mana. So if we draw an Azusa or another Grazer, we can actually Titan. But we needed to have a resource for the Titan next turn. You have to be kidding me that this is just Bant Spirits, right? Well, I guess that we want to grace her now, while our opponent can't quill us. I guess I should have played around Mana Leak. This was bad. There was no need not to. We could have get punished. Could have gotten punished. Proper English is important. This may be Bant Stoneblade. Not without Yorion. Alright. Maybe it is Bant Stoneblade. I don't even know anymore. Don't even know anymore. $60 cards is less expensive than 80. Facts. Can't afford Astrolaze, better get some Hierarchs. Yeah, that sounds odd, right? Wait, what? Well, that sucks. So I guess I can force them to take my Vesuva. If they do, I bounce what? I bounce this. I'm gonna have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, and then we can castle. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a field. I'm considering whether I want to play into the field or not. I think it's correct to play into it. Field of the jerk. Yeah. As long as there's not a sword clocking me and making me discard cards and just like making my life impossible, this is fine. Leaguer Storm Shadow, thank you for the follow. Also, this means that they blow up my bounce land and they don't blow up my cavern. Any bounce land that we can make an uncounterable Titan. And we right now can cast a Titan. So if they tap out for a Jace or something, we get him. Scouting now, is there a world in which you'd consider GQ the field? No. No, there isn't. Because if they GQ the field, then they get my Golgari Rock Farm in response to the GQ. And then we're still in the same spot, right? Except that now my Vesuva is not copying a Golgari Rock Farm. Because I don't have any more bounce lands, right? So, no. The answer is no. The only thing that worries me a little bit here is the fact that if our opponent does have a Cryptic, they can Cryptic bounce my Golgari Rock Farm, and then I'm starting to get a little bit far behind. They could be holding up too much stuff, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Here's the Cryptic, probably bounce the Rot Farm, yeah. But they still don't have a clock, right? That is the story of this game, basically. So no, I think Yorion decks are that strong. They are too inconsistent with early game interaction. 60 card Bant is probably better. It's possible. I have had a lot of success with the Yorion decks, so... Eggy Benny, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Thank you for the raid earlier, and now thank you for your support. So we can force them to put the Cryptic back on top. Or no? Alright, cool. Another cryptic. Bounce my Charon. Okay. Just need a way that I can ramp. Any way that I can ramp is gonna be great. That's actually not a bad draw for them. It speeds up the clock a little bit. Sword of Fire and Ice, but that speeds up the clock a lot. Alright, now I'm scared. So I want to draw... Oh, come on. Come on. Just one Dryad or Azusa or anything like that away from just winning this game, but I just can't draw anything that's not a bounce land, apparently. They have another Cryptic? Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna discard the one that they know about. So we know they have a Cryptic. And now this Ice Fang is gonna start swinging for a ton of damage. Is this a 2-turn clock? This is a 2-turn clock. That's insane. Alright, we're just dead. Yeah, I that's why I didn't play into the Cryptic, right? Because I knew that they had it because they didn't equip on the previous turn. It's just... Oh my god. Jeez. That's a lot of whiffs in a row. Alright, so we want these, we want these, we want this, and these. Creaser can go, Pact can shave. Suicide's good, Oro's good. Couple of castles can go. Yeah, that was game one, Iggy Benny. It's a lot of nothing that we drew over there. So now we also have to be worried about Ashiok, which is a little bit of a problem. And by a little bit of a problem, of course, I mean nigh unbeatable, right? Your thoughts on Veil of Summer in this deck? I feel like this card's just too busted. If I can cast it, I will. Yeah, Gimeni. So I did test it. In practice, like in theory, it sounded good, right? But in practice, it actually didn't really work because like most of the things that you want to use your protection spells or like your counter magic or whatever is to stop cards like Blood Moon or Ashiok, as I was just saying, which you can't really do with Veil of Summer. I think I'm gonna bottom the Jugabog here. I'm gonna try to delay showing them the castle as much as I can. Hopefully we can catch them with their pants down. We do play Vades on the land right there. Yeah. Veil of Souls. It's how we play Veil of Summer. Alright, this is actually a great draw. This is what I wanted to draw for like the entire last game. Dryad here. Might get gusted, but that's okay. But I think I really want to play the Dryad there because of Ashiok. Snake is fine, it doesn't matter. Should have named Nymph for style points. No, I mean, I actually want to name Dryad because it's been errated, so I really want to, you know, in paper, you can actually just name. Alright, so we might be facing Ashiok here. I guess she. I think it's non-binary, so I guess there they are. Good impact and response. I think I'm gonna find Courser here actually. We can just get Titan. Honestly, Courser or / Udo could be better. Looking forward for the I'm gonna be doing commentary in the MSL finals tonight, which should be pretty sweet. Let's see, my opponent is a minuser. Are you a minuser opponent? With the Druid in play, are they gonna minus the Ashiok? The answer is they should not. I'm Maggie Bang and I'm a minuser. Opponent agrees with you. At least they're minusing themselves. But that's definitely a mistake, in case you were wondering. Why is that a mistake? Because now we answer the Ice Fang, and we actually have this Ashiok on a 2-turn clock instead of a 3-turn clock as it was before. So our opponent has made us a lot more likely to be able to answer this Ashiok, which is the only reason why they are winning the game right now. So if I clear this Ashiok, I consider myself to be a heavy favorite to win this game. And now that they are minused, at least they did the correct thing, which is to minus themselves, because they can get value. Like they found the cryptic, so they can like Mystic Sanctuary into this cryptic. So they did get a little bit of value there. So it was definitely like not as bad of a minus as it could have been to call it somehow, but it's still incorrect to minus there. Welcome to Minusers Anonymous. Let some people indulge into self-destructive behavior. Yeah. They went for Forest. Okay. What is going on here? I guess they could have Gust. They minus on me now? This has to be the second Ashiok, right? Interesting to know that the Radiant Fountain is gone. Ashiok down. If my opponent hadn't minused, so we're gonna Courser first. They might have a counter spell for this, which would suck. But it's not the end of the world. And I think I'm actually gonna hold on to this. Well, I guess that they have field, so it's because they have field, it's actually correct for me to protect this Cavern of Souls. Because it's actually possible that I want to, you know, try to draw towards a Valakut, and if I draw a Valakut and I have a bounce land in hand, it's a lot more powerful than if I draw a Valakut and I don't have a bounce land in hand. But because I could draw a Titan, have I tried just drawing Titan and winning? I struggle with that. That's the part of my game that I need to get better at, you know? Ha! Ha! Got him! Stoneforge, a Mystic. So they should get Batter Skull. Why? Opponent. Why? Ah, come on. So I guess I have to dismember now. They could have force, but if they have force, that's fine. We get like attacked by a battle school a couple of times. Okay. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Companion Titan would be handy here. Yeah, for real, right? We're just gonna hardcast our battle school here. Wow. Opponent picking their spots. Titan, 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 Titan. Come on. Am I just the unluckiest, chat? I feel like I'm just the unluckiest. Nowhere in the world is unluckier than I am. Wait, how have we... Look at how good that cursor would have been, by the way, right? We just drew land into land. Land into land, I mean, sorry. That cursor would have been absolute gasolina. I should not play that land. Now they know they can counter my Titan. I think that we just jam though. I don't think there's anything that we can really do about this. And if they have the counter spell for it, we just pack it in. But they're drawing a Cryptic next turn, so either Gust. Ugh. Yeah, they just got us. Wow, how long can a person whiff? Wait, what? Are they only playing like one Mystic Sanctuary and they milled it? Is that what happened? Oh no, Chase minus. Whoops, that's gross. Chase plus, I mean. Alright, Titan off the top one time. We can still get there, chat. We can still get there. Let's go. One card left in opponent's hand. Yes, chat. Yes. Yes, chat. Is that gonna be enough? Do they have the answer? Don't tell me they have something stupid like a Mana Leak. I don't think I can play around Mana Leak though, because if I play around Mana Leak, then we can't attack and then Jace takes over. So playing around Mana Leak, not an option. Okay, so Sanctuary, Stronghold. Bounce. Haste. Combat. Attack Jace. Attack. Yes. Tulare West. Gulgire Rod Farm. Because I'm going to get another semi-growth chamber here. We can't gain life, which is really unfortunate, but... should we bog them? No, I don't think I can actually... I don't think I can risk it. That's obnoxious, says my opponent. I think they meant that's great, but... Alright, so I can't die this turn, but they can draw a Wrath. Because now they are going to be able to Jace. They definitely meant, wow, you're very good. Yeah, I'm pretty talented. When my entire city is burning, thank me for. Oh yeah, you're very welcome, Big Monkey. You know it. It's a field. Okay, so Field of the Dead no more. They also get a nice little shuffle for themselves. So if this is a Wrath, Teferi. Teferi minus on Titan. Stoneforge. Sword of Fire and Ice. Why is my opponent playing that sword? I don't get it. Start here. Three at Jace, two at Teferi. We are dying to this Sword of Fire and Ice. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think we're gonna have to transmute for Pacted for Dryad kill. I don't know what they have. One card that I don't know about, right? So I first needed to know whether my Primeval Titan was going to survive. Because like if they have Ether Gust, then we actually need to transmute for a prime time, right? Do we just YOLO Dryad? So their last card in hand could still be a Path to Exile. It's probably not an Aether Gust, but it could be a Path to Exile. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to navigate this really is. I don't care about Snap, they only have 2 cards. But if I go for the Dryad, they path my Dryad and now my Titan doesn't do anything, right? If they path my Titan, then my Dryad doesn't do anything. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to navigate this really is. So we have to make another color here. So I think I'm going to get Tolerate West plus Crumbling Vestige. It's going to make like red. So now we transmute. For Engineered Explosives. Play EE for 3. We have not made a land drop just yet. Okay, cool. So now we haste Titan. Ha! They did have the path. You see, chat? You see? They did have the path. Played properly, got rewarded. Easy game. So attack the fairy, attack the fairy, attack Jace, attack Jace. And this one attacks them. Oh no, we can't actually. We have to leave one guy to block. Because otherwise they just equip Batterskull. So attack Jace, attack the fairy, attack the fairy. Okay, so we still die to removal spell. But next turn we can go get another Titan. They need to have top decked another answer to a Titan. Jesus. Attacking the fairy with EE on 3? Yes, because I don't want to crack it. I don't want to have to crack these explosives. EE is for the sword that I know that my opponent has in hand. This is what kills me, right? We don't have more pacts. Whoopsie. So I guess we get Valakut, right? What did they draw? Snapcaster? Maybe I should have gotten Pact of Negation. Ice Fang. Alright, so that kills me. Wow. Brutal. Alright, we're dead. I'm gonna say to my opponent, that's obnoxious. GG's. I've had a lot of that lately. I've had a lot of that lately. Like opponents complaining and then beating me. Anyway, whatever. Just don't throw the towel too quickly, you know? Or if you're gonna say that, just concede the game and don't beat me, right? Because like complaining about your opponent having a good top deck and then beating them anyway is just like you really come out as a real asshole. But well, that's just me, you know? Like 4 local folks around where I play that do this. Yeah, it's so annoying, right? It's so annoying. You're so lucky I'm beating you. Exactly. It's just like now you're blaming your opponent for getting lucky and you're also beating them. It's just like the ultra feels bad. It's like the hottest BM. Anyway, we added one more T-West, yet today we also lost games to not draw in Primeval Titan. I know that I'm definitely just hitting, some bad variants here, which honestly was bound to happen, right? Like I've been doing pretty well lately, so I'm not really complaining. It's just I would like to know how much of that is fixable and how much of that is just like accepting the fact that sometimes I will not hit my 60%er. Brad Lesson had a really wholesome take on competitive MTG mentality I like a lot, and it kind of shaped my perspective on top decks, unlucky draws, etc. How so? Can you explain, Danny Bambino? Hit combo decks, and really you're going to play combo. Thoughtseize, main deck artifact, and they hate main deck surgical. Yeah, exactly. Time to Karn. I don't think so. I think that we didn't play against the Lurrus deck so much today because people kind of think that it's going to get nerfed, so they're trying to do something else. Like we played against Bant. We just played against Bant with no companion, right? We just played against Bant with no companion. I guess we played against Tron with Jegantha and stuff, but let's bring the boat back. It's really fun. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, overall, I don't know. Like the Gust was actually okay today. We had a couple of situations where, like, I think I cast Gust twice, and both of them was pretty good. One of them was straight up game winning, which was against the devoted Druid deck. And the other one... Wait, was there actually another one? I think there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. So I definitely like the Gust in this sideboard. Fact that Karn is good against Rising decks. Yes, that's true. Karn is very good against some of the decks that are good against the top tier, basically. And red-black gets grindier. Yeah, but the thing is that against red-black, it's really, really tough to leverage your Karn. I think that this list beats the aggressive decks, except that we played against 0 aggressive decks today. I think that I didn't play against a single red deck today, if I'm not mistaken. He said he does everything he can to prepare for an event and doesn't take stock in losing practice game at all. He's learning. When he plays in the real event, he lets the chips fall where they may and just controls what he can control and not get upset about what he can't control. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's kind of what I try to do. I think it is very important to try to not minimize your mistakes, right? Like, to not minimize the fact that you might have made a mistake. Like, the worst thing that you can do is you can say, oh, your opponent... like, you got really unlucky. Like, what I'm saying today, right, is just like, I think like that I got unlucky, but I'm trying to figure out a way to get luckier more, if that makes sense, right? I'm trying to figure out if there's any way that we can, if there's any changes that I can do in deck building, mostly in deck building in this situation, in order to help my chances at getting luckier, quote unquote. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So that's why I'm trying to, I played my games. I'm trying to analyze why did I lose, and then I'm trying to see if there's any way that I can help in the aspects that got me to the point where I was losing. I think that in the matchups that we lost were matchups where Stacy would have been so much better than Grazer. Like the game one that we lost against Bant, we had access to Grazer. If we had access to Scout instead of Grazer, we would have won that game easily. So definitely our metagame call, or our metagame decision, I guess is a way to put it. Our metagame decision of playing Grazer instead of Scout really hurt us in that match specifically. I think that if we had gone turn 1 Stacy or turn 2 Stacy or whenever it was, instead of turn 1 or 2 Grazer, we would have won that game super easily. That's a sound logic that everyone should have instead of just playing variance favorites. Yeah, exactly. Which is why you're a great Magic player. It's a very constructive striker. Oh, thank you, Danny Mambino. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I try to do here on stream, right? I try to analyze my losses, right? I mean, we did get lucky to top deck that Primeval Titan on that turn after our opponent put it on the bottom, and also my opponent got lucky to top deck that the only creatures that would have killed me if they untap, right? Because I was going to untap and I was going to Titan them again, but they just killed me on that turn because they drew a flyer. So like those things are gonna happen. and we can't really stop them. Like there's no card that I can play that is going to stop my opponent from drawing that Ice Fang there. But what I can do is I can try to figure out a way. Like for example, again, like we lost game 1 in that matchup because we didn't hit our land drops in time. Our opponent was able to tempo us out of the game thanks to Cryptic Command. So maybe we should be playing like 2 Gracers, 2 Scouts or something like that. I guess it's easier when we just look for Sakura. Maybe something like that, and against the matchups like the Red Prowess deck, we still have access to Gracers, so we can just side out the Scouts and keep the couple of Gracers, and then we can, in the matchups where Gracer is bad, we still have access to Stacy. I like Scout over Gracer. Point is that Gracer is basically 6 out here, so it's like yeah, Gracer is 100% a metagame call. I actually talk about this in my article for those of you that haven't checked it out. It explains all of my decisions, and I do explain the fact that this is just great against the top tier of the format. If you go to Goldfish and you look at the top decks in the format. So these are the current top decks in Modern. Gracer is great here, Gracer is great here, Gracer is great here. I guess Stacy is better than Gracer here, Stacy is better than Gracer here. Gracer is a lot better here. Gracer is better here. And Gracer is better here. So especially in this row, especially against like the very top decks in the format, Gracer is better against these decks. Stacy is better against these decks, and then is better against this, against this, against this, and against this. Not against this, sorry. Is better against this. So if we look at the top row, Gracer is better against most of these decks. When we start looking at the second tier, then Stacy starts looking a lot better, right? So it is 100% a metagame choice, and overall, Stacy is the better card as well. Stacy is the better card in the abstract, basically. Okay. I've seen with the losses what amazes you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like analyze what I lost to and how can I fix that. Last meta is 50% PDA control. Let's think the recent play Stacy over Gracer. I mean, I just explained why I think that Stacy is better. And I again agree that I insist that Stacy is a significantly better card in the abstract. Run 100 Legacy GP with Reanimator. I chose the deck and practice a lot because I don't play Legacy much, and I knew I'd be into the play against playing Brainstorm deck. I had an opponent really salt off in my last round of day 1. Like the worst I've ever seen. It was like, please do me a favor and play better, but I won. That's hilarious. Could try to split and see what shines. I like Scout because it does more later. Yeah, exactly. No, I think Scout is a lot better. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to play your strengths if you feel like you're inherently personally disadvantaged in a matchup. If you play something, it's better to go for something more. Yeah, exactly. Just stop playing versus control. Yeah, we played against so much control today. It's hilarious. Stacy on the play when they play 4 Rents is not that good. Yeah, I agree. But what deck plays 4 Rents? And when your opponent does not play, even when your opponent bolts, Stacy is worse than Gracer, but like not by much. And if they don't have the bolt on 1, if you just get 1 activation from Stacy, she's better. And like the fact that Stacy plus, this actually happens sometimes. It's like Stacy plus Borders Garrison, Stronghold deals 3 damage, which can clear a card liberated. Gracer cannot do that. It only does 2, which cannot clear a card liberated after the minus. Stop playing versus French. Headline on his career for the made corner, so I had a lot of info to digest before the event. Yeah, exactly. Eric is great. Neil made the right choice when I beat Dare Layers round 3 because if I was playing Delver, he would have smoked me. Yeah, that was pretty good. So looking at the top decks, I actually went from Love Scott to Fair. Yeah, but I don't know how all of that is gonna change after Monday, right? If they do nerf the companion mechanic, then the top decks in the format are gonna look a lot different, right? Maybe a cyber field. Yeah, I'm playing. I had the field actually, and I'm playing Gust instead of the field, and it actually was good. So I'm like not too sad about it. Like we just randomly got paired against control a bunch today, and our deck is not tuned at all to beat control. Like not at all. So kind of like Gracer now, just because of the rampant lures. Like yeah, exactly. That's the point. Shift plays 4, 1, and 6. Also, John Shift does not play 4. They play 2 at most. And John doesn't play 4 either. I think they play 2 or 3. John is Lurrus Cyber now, but you still want Gracer there too. It's okay. If Lurrus goes on Monday, I like Gracer way more. I don't know. Like, I don't know how the meta is going to shape up if Lurrus gets nerfed on Monday. Because if he gets nerfed, like, it's going to 100% depend on... Like, if Lurrus gets nerfed, my list is probably going to look a lot different. I'm not going to be playing Uro in the main deck. I'm maybe going to be playing 1 in the sideboard. I'm not going to have 2 Obstinate Bailouts in the sideboard and the Corsair Crewfix. Like, I'm just not going to... I'm not interested in playing these cards if Lurrus is not part of the meta. I'm only playing these cards because Lurrus is omnipresent in the meta, even though we didn't play against virtually any Lurrus decks today. I assume we go back to Astrolabe Ursa metagame. Against Astrolabe Ursa, Scout is a lot better than Gracer by a lot. Oh, if Lurrus goes, I like Scout more. Yeah, we agree there. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is one of the approaches that we can take. Again, like my list is very heavily aimed towards beating the winner's metagame, right? So cards like Aethergust make a lot of sense in the winner's metagame because of the Lurrus decks, and because Aethergust also answers an onboard Blood Moon thanks to a Dryad, which we really don't have much in the way of answers to onboard Blood Moons, like a Rex Sage and like the Force of Vigor, and that's it. But do you really want to be bringing in Force of Vigor against the Lurrus prowess decks? Because when I played in the Super qualifier last week, the only loss I had against prowess was because they sideboarded into Blood Moons, right? So they took out Lurruses and they didn't present Lurrus as their companion, and they just played Blood Moons in their sideboard, and they got me there because like what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to bring in like Force and Rex Sage against my opponent's Lurrus prowess deck? But Aethergust fixes that, right? Because it's not terrible in a normal situation, and it can bail you out if your opponent Blood Moons you. Maybe you keep playing Gracer till Monday. If we know which one will be better at which time, we can just switch when the time comes. Side note, love that you take a break from games to talk theory with chat. Helps all of us get better. Yeah, I try to do that. I've tried to do that. I'm probably... I have to do commentary in the MSL tonight, so I'm probably not going to play another league. I'm not going to have time because we're going to go live at 5, but I have to hop onto the Skype call in like 20 minutes or something. But yeah, I do enjoy doing like a nice little debrief after I play my leagues. Thugx Muffin, thank you for the follow. What is the reason for negate over dispute? Good question. Negate counters Scapeshift, dispute doesn't. Negate counters Karn, dispute doesn't. Negate counters Ad Nauseam, dispute doesn't. That is the reason for negate over dispute. Dispute becomes a lot better when everybody's playing Ursa and Ashiok. But that's not what's going on right now in the current metagame, so... what I could see doing is maybe something like this. It's just that this member doesn't really help a lot over in the prowess matchup. I mean, that's why we have Gust, though. How about this? Is this too much? This might be too much. Because there are a bunch of matchups where you want 2 dismembers and you don't want the third one. Like we just played against like the Stoneblade deck, and we kind of don't really want too many dismembers there. You know, we definitely want a couple of them, but we don't want all of them. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to be what I'm going to be working with for now. So as I was saying earlier, I'm gonna change the way that I do cyber guides from now on. So I'm going to start making shorter cyber guides with just less amount of decks, but I'm going to have one ready every single Friday. So that way, if you are a patron or you're a Twitch sub, you have access to, you know, like up-to-date cyberding, even though it's not going to cover as many matchups as I have usually you as you have probably grown used to by this point. My cyber guides are usually like 15 pages, and I'm probably gonna start making like 2-page cyber guides from now on. But I think it's going to help, and it's gonna, you know, help people that have events during the weekend and whatnot. But yeah, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the games and the little debrief that we have at the end. Please hit that like and subscribe button, which are ways that you can help support the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.